Welcome to Kids Stories of FiVEDi Tales. Get ready for a heartwarming adventure! One sunny day in the countryside, a mother duck sat on her nest, waiting patiently. Soon, her eggs began to wobble and crack. One by one, cute, fluffy yellow ducklings hatched and chirped happily. But there was one large egg left. Finally, it cracked open, and out came a duckling that was big, gray, and looked very different. The little yellow ducklings were confused. Why was he so big? Why didn't he look like them? The mother duck looked at her new baby and said kindly, "He may look different, but he is still my baby." But the little gray duckling heard the whispers and lowered his head sadly. As the ducklings grew, they went to the pond to learn how to swim. The gray duckling tried his best to keep up, but he was clumsy. All the other farm animals stared and whispered about him. A chicken clucked. "He looks so strange." A goose honked. "He is too big to be a duck." Everyone laughed at him. They called him names and chased him away. His own brothers and sisters would mock him, saying, "You're ugly. You don't belong with us." The little duckling would often cry softly. His mother tried to comfort him. "Don't mind them," she'd say gently. "You're special in your own way." But the teasing never stopped. He felt so lonely and sad. One day, he decided he couldn't take it anymore. He ran far, far away, hoping to find a place where he belonged. He wandered through fields with tall grass and rustling autumn leaves. He met a dog, but the dog just barked. "You're too strange-looking." He met a hen, but she shooed him away, saying, "You can't stay here." He even met a cow, who mooed, "You don't look like anyone we know." The poor duckling was all alone in the vast, empty fields. Soon, winter arrived. Snow began to fall, and a cold wind blew across the land. The duckling had no family, no friends, and nowhere warm to stay. He shivered in the cold, searching for shelter. He finally found a small wooden hut to hide under, but it wasn't very warm. All alone, he curled up into a little ball, feeling weak and lonely as the snow fell around him. It was a long, cold, and difficult winter. But as always, winter gave way to spring. The world brightened up, flowers began to bloom, and the birds returned, singing their cheerful songs. The little duckling had survived. And not only that, he had grown bigger and stronger. One day, as he was by the pond, he saw the most beautiful, elegant, white birds he had ever seen gliding gracefully on the water. They were swans. He admired them from a distance, too shy to get closer. One of the swans noticed him and called out gently, "Come join us." The duckling was surprised. "Me?" he replied shyly. "But I'm ugly." ... Another swan smiled and said, "Look at your reflection." He nervously looked down into the clear water and gasped. He couldn't believe his eyes. The reflection staring back at him was not a clumsy, gray duckling. Instead, he saw a beautiful, magnificent white swan with a long, graceful neck. He had grown into a swan just like them. They were his real family. The other swans circled around him happily. "You were never ugly," one of them said. "You were just different." The young swan spread his wings proudly. He had finally found where he belonged, and he was loved. He joined his new family, flying gracefully across the sparkling pond, happier than he had ever been. Remember, everyone is special in their own way. Beauty comes from within, and everyone has their own special place in the world. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to FiVEDi Tales for more magical stories.